In 1989, this group's first album went gold, and now they're stirring up controversy with their second album called Derelicts of Dialect. Please welcome Third Base.
You know, if I wanted Paul Abdul, I'd have a party. I'd throw a party with Paul.
Let's start with Richie and introduce ourselves.
Daddy
DJ
Rich.
Daddy Rich.
Straight out of Brooklyn.
Know it.
Prime Minister Pete Nice.
MC Search, Arsenio.
Now,
The dog pound.
there's a song you all are going to do in a few minutes, and it's stirring up controversy. Why? Weasel's not a bad word.
No. Well, basically, the problem with rap, we feel, is that there's a lot of artists not getting the props now. Tribe Called Quest, KMD, Jungle Brothers. There's a lot of great groups who don't reach the market that the Quiff does.
I'm sorry.
Vanilla Quiff, Vanilla Wafer.
That whole thing, the music is steeped in history. I mean, from Cutmaster DC back in the day, Cool Herc, all this, there's a lot of things going on back in the day which created this whole road for people to get paid, do Pepsi commercials, this and that.
And we don't feel that you should exploit the market without forgetting where the music came from. So with this record, Pop Goes the Weasel, what we're trying to say is that it's not hip-hop, it's hip-hop. It's rap music.
Yeah.
And you can't front on the people that made it and that created it.
So, like, should rappers not do commercials at all? I mean, should there be no Taco Bell commercials done by rappers?
Yo, with the commercialization, that's the way it is nowadays. I mean,
I'm not doing no Taco
that's going to
Bell.
open up, but the true art form of the music is closer to the street. You're not going to have these groups doing commercials because, number one, they're not selling the amount of records that, you know, to get to that mass audience.
I mean, there should be expansion.
Just to bring in a little extra money, shouldn't Eric B do a Taco Bell commercial? Just one,
But Eric B should do a Nike sponsorship because Hoods wear, well, I can't, you know, Hoods wear Nikes.
But isn't Nike the organization that the NAACP is after for not hiring blacks in the upper echelon?
True.
Yeah, well, the whole problem is monetary success equals success in music. That's what it seems to be nowadays, whereas with us, records, good records mean success.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about how many records we're going to sell. I mean, our core audience, I think, are, you know, stronger fans than some little girls who are going out buying a Quiff's record.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Now,
like,
what's
it's
that
like
word you use?
Quiff.
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 And what is the definition for quiff?
Phantasmagoria of a non-virtuoso. Don King told me that back then.
No, it's like you take an art form that has to explode because it's soul music, it feeds your soul. And then people try to get large on it and harp on it. And once you harp on it, you don't pay homage. You sit there and you pound your chest and you stand on this pedestal and say, yo, look at my bank. We're saying, look at the artist, look at the creation of this music. Please don't forget where the music came from.
I mean, there's so many artists who came up, paved the way, and didn't make a dime, you know. There are a lot of artists who were just like the pioneers, and Rich could tell you from back in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, so Rich, you guys kind of settle for a little less money to be true to the art form.
Well, the money is not really the factor to us. Making good records is the factor. We don't, you know, we're comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
You must be real happy about the success that NWA is having. NWA is a rap group, and without airplay and without a lot of positive criticism, or with a lot of negative criticism, with a lot of negative criticism, their album is #1, right?
Yeah, and even we were in London, and Scotland Yard was like confiscating the albums for, you know, obscenity laws and this and that, which, you know, really brings up points about, you know, your rights, you know, over in Europe and over here. I mean, the whole thing about, we have a song Green Eggs and Swine on the album, which deals with censorship, and it's a big issue because you give up a couple of these rights, little by little you'll see, you know, Arsenio doesn't have a show, this one, you know, it's...
Yeah. I mean, very quickly, what do you think about the criticisms of NWA in this new album?
I think the album is deaf, and I think they're funny.
I think,
You know what I'm saying? If you look at the scenario and you look at what they're talking about, it's a small percentage of people that act this way.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's nymphomaniacs or whether it's a girl who doesn't treat herself good or people around her, or a girl who's scheming, it's a small percentage. So if you look at this whole spectrum and you're like, oh, everybody like that. Every woman in this crowd is like that. then, you know, that's where the problem is. You have a couple of tight asses who say, you know, this is what this is and this is what this isn't.
Very
I
quickly.
studied literature in college, and most of the great classics that I read had as much profanity as an NWA record, like
Yeah.
Rabelais and all this, Hubert Selby, Jack Kerouac. I mean, my man was out there getting skins.
Okay, we're coming right back with Third Base, and they'll perform Pop Goes the Weasel.